Hi, I'm Dr. Papia Bhattacharjee. In this problem, we have to find the Taylor polynomial for the function natural log of x plus 1. Center 0, and then of degree, these 4 different degrees, first, second, third, and fourth. Now, how do we compute the Taylor polynomial? Remember, this is not series, right? Polynomial stops after a certain degree. Series goes on. Now, we already know how to compute power series for natural log of x plus 1. So the power series for natural log of x plus 1 is an infinite series, and the nth term is, you can write it this way, negative 1 to the n, x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. And n starts from 0 to infinity. Now this is a series, right? Terms goes on and on. For polynomial, we just have to stop after a few terms. And how do we know when to stop? It depends on what degree polynomial we want. So all we need to do is write down a few terms from this series and then figure out what our polynomial will be. So let's do that. Let's write down a few terms. So what is the very first term? So plug in n equals 0, right? Okay, so negative 1 to the 0 is 1. And then again you plug in n equals 0. So your first term will be x to the 1, which is x. Denominator is 0 plus 1, just 1. So the first term is x. Okay, let's go to the second term. Remember, second term is n equals the next value for n, which is 1. So when you plug in n equals 1, you get a negative 1 to the 1. And then you have x to the power 1 plus 1, so 2, divided by 1 plus 1, 2 again. Okay, next n is equal to 2. So the negative 1 will just be positive because it will be squared. Now the x term will be x to the power 2 plus 1, so 3, divided by 2 plus 1, 3. And you can continue, right? You can go on. Let's write down one more term. So the next one, as you have probably guessed already, negative 1 to the power 3 will give you a negative sign. And then x will have a power 3 plus 1, 4. Denominator is 3 plus 1, 4. And you keep going. Okay, so this is the power series for the function. Remember, we have to find polynomial. So the very first one, we have to find the Taylor polynomial center 0 of degree 1. So we want to compute S1. Okay, so what does it mean by degree 1? That means the highest power of x should be 1. So look at these terms. Is there a term with the power is 1 for x? Yes, the very first term. And then the next one, the power goes up. So we just have x. The very first term is the first degree Taylor polynomial for the function. Okay, let's do the second one, so it'll be more clear. So next we have to find the second degree polynomial, S2. What does that mean? A second degree polynomial is so that the highest degree of x is 2. So let's see. X has a power 1, and then the next term has a power 2. So in order to write the second degree Taylor polynomial, you just stop there after the second term. So this polynomial is x minus x squared over 2. I hope you see the pattern now. So let's continue. What is the third degree polynomial? What is S3? So you will stop at x cubed term, right? So first term, second term, and look, the third term has cube. So the first 3 terms will give you the third degree polynomial. So it will be x minus x squared over 2 plus x cubed over 3. I guess you have already guessed what the next answer will be. So what is S4? Fourth degree polynomial. So we'll go up to the degree 4 here. So the first 4 terms, x minus x squared over 2 plus x cubed over 3. And the last term is minus x to the 4 over 4. So we got all 4 Taylor polynomials for this function natural log of x plus 1. Thank you.